What is going on, guys? I am the FD Guru, bringing to you guys a Tuesday MLB edition of my DFS podcast. We have 14 games on tonight's main slate. No rain to worry about. The only weather that is worth noting is at Wrigley Field. The Reds and Cubs game is seeing a little bit of wind pushing out, which is always good for hitters. And then the Coors game. It's going to be 90 degrees at Coors. Winds are going to be blowing out around 10 miles an hour, which, makes that game even better than it usually is. Last night was absolutely crazy with the Dodgers getting shut out. Chad Quall of the Rockies, complete game shutout. The odds of that happening are just so minimal. I can't even wrap my head around it. I bet if you simulate that game 1,000 times, and I do mean 1,000, that probably happens once. It was definitely less than like a 1% chance of happening. It just, ended up being that way. I stacked the Dodgers, as did a lot of people. It's the right move, and it's the right move again tonight. They got Kershaw on the mound. They're minus 210 favorites. It's another huge over-under. You got Kyle Freeland on the mound for the Rockies, the lefty. So you're going to want to target Dodgers once again. I'm going to mention a couple in this video. I'm going to go outside of that as well and mention to you guys two pitchers that I'm looking at. And hopefully those Dodgers can find those bats tonight. I do assume that they will. Last night was, once in a blue moon, absolutely absurd. But let's get into tonight's slate. Like this video, make sure you're subscribed. I appreciate you for stopping by. At pitcher tonight, Carlos Rodon is by far projected to be the highest scoring pitcher on tonight's slate. He's at home. San Francisco is a pitcher's ballpark. He has been outstanding over his last 3 starts. He's got a dream matchup against the Tigers. They don't really score runs. He's gotten over 50 fantasy points in his last 3 starts. One of the better pitchers in the entire MLB. Minus 200 favorite, extremely low over-under. He's pretty expensive, but, for good reason. You're going to have to really find some cheap bats if you're going to, sneak in some Dodgers with Carlos Rodon. Another guy you could look at if you want to feel risky. My risky pitcher last night in Noah Syndergaard ended up, paying dividends. He pitched pretty well. It's a tale of two stories here for pitcher. You can either go with the most expensive guy or you can go with the cheapest guy, and that's JP Sears on the Yankees. They're starting him, even though their rotation is healthy, they're starting him today to give their starters an extra day of rest. Last time he went out, 5 innings, 5 Ks. He was a reliever before that. He's gone 7 scoreless innings with 7 Ks so far this year. 6,000 is so cheap. Even if he only goes 4 innings, if he gets you over 20 fantasy points, that is all you need. He's going to allow you to stack that Coors game. Again, I'm not saying it's safe, but it is, worth noting that the risk and reward is there. I will debate using him in GPPs tonight just because you save so much money. And then on those sites, DraftKings, Yahoo, where you draft 2 pitchers, it might be a good idea to go Rodon and Sears. It's a nice, you can save a lot of money with Sears, and then you can stack your bats, you can stack your Dodgers, and move on with your day. But just a guy you should look at. It's kind of funny. Rodon, the most expensive pitcher. Sears, the least expensive pitcher. But he's got a good matchup against the Athletics here at home. Let's go into the bats. Obviously no confirmed lineups yet, but this is a great salary dump here at minimum price. David McKinnon's been batting cleanup for the Angels. The Angels should be able to put up some runs against Cueto tonight of the White Sox. They're at home. At 2,000, all he's got to do is get like 6 fantasy points. He's going to allow you to spend up on Dodgers and other expensive bats. As long as he's in that lineup, if he's batting 4th, 5th, 6th even, he's worth it. 2,000 so cheap. You're going to have a couple of these plays if you're going to get Coors Field players and Carlos Rodon in your lineup. So David McKinnon is definitely a guy. If he's starting and batting cleanup especially, I will be looking at him because, he's got guys like Ohtani, Taylor Ward, Mike Trout. those guys get on base often, so he should have a good chance at driving in guys if he's batting, 4th or 5th. Second infield play, let's go to Trey Turner. He's projected the most fantasy points over any other batter on this entire slate, like he was last night. But enough of last night. It was weird enough. He was so hot before then. He's one of the best players in the entire MLB. He does everything. He can hit for power. Righty-lefty matchup against Freeland. He can steal bases. He's worth every penny of that $4,600 salary. Definitely spend up on Trey Turner tonight. You're going to want to. There's a really good chance that he racks up the fantasy points tonight. And there's a good chance he gets 5 at-bats as well. Going into the outfield, Chris Taylor should be batting 6th at the worst, maybe even 5th, seeing that he is a righty, and he's got that righty-lefty matchup against Kyle Freeland. Maybe they push Max Muncy back in the order due to the fact that Muncy is a lefty. But Chris Taylor, 3,200, easy play, even if he's batting 6th. Guys are going to be on base when he's up. He might be the best value play on the Dodgers here tonight just because his price is the cheapest out of any of those top 6 bats. So Taylor should be batting 5th or 6th tonight. Righty-lefty matchup. No reason not to like him at Coors Field. Then my last play, got 2 Dodgers in the lineup and then 2 salary dumps just to have it make sense. Cole Calhoun, 2,300, should be batting 5th tonight. The Rangers put up a bunch of runs against the Royals last night. They should be able to do it again tonight. Jonathan Heasley is on the mound for the Royals, 4.14 ERA. Cole Calhoun, $300 off of minimum price. Lefty-righty matchup. He's had a great last 2 games. Really, the last week, he's been pretty solid outside of, the 2 games in the middle. 4 for his last 8, 2 doubles, over 20 fantasy points in both games. Again, at 2,300, if he can get anything over 6 fantasy points, there's nothing to complain about. The guy can hit a homer as well. 8 homers on the year, not bad. But Vegas likes the Rangers here tonight. They're minus 155 last time I checked, and the over-under is 9. So runs are expected to be had in this game. Cole Calhoun should be batting in a nice spot around 5th for the Rangers tonight. That'll sum up today's video, guys. Let's get after it tonight. Again, like this video. Make sure you're subscribed. I do appreciate it. Until next time, I am the FD Guru, and I'm signing off. See ya.